KB, he about to sweat, bro. KB, put your vegetables. Oh damn, it's prickly. Thank you, Lurk. What, KB? I ain't gonna lie, KB, I'm actually struggling right now. My stomach is eating itself, gang. Yo, thank you for the sub, money. Where's realize? I can't see the chat on YouTube. Oh. I pop out at your paw. I didn't pop it out. I'm with the gang. I can't see Tickfinity either because I didn't pop it out. I'm out here like, I'm dead. Like, where's my chat? Prickly? I got prickly, bro. I got twisted. I got the twisted thing. That's prickly. Chat, don't worry about just what. I don't know if y'all seen me, but I ended on accident. I didn't mean to. Sorry. But yeah, I finished the last one, KB. I did. I was the first one to drop. I get paid tomorrow? You mean we get paid tomorrow? I'm getting paid, right? What? L segment? Why can't I see my TikTok chat on Tickfinity? Wait, is a praying mantis good? I forget. Get this ugly one. Bro, I'm tired of ants, bro. I don't care about these ugly ants, bro. Give me a goddamn dragonfly, boy. Give them to Lemur. I hate gills. And that's on BD. On the blood disciples. Yeah, I give up with this freaking mid, KB. This junk sucks, bro. Bro, underpin that OBS broken. Yo, I like clothes. What's good? Pre-leak, pre-leak. Heard a freak up, Mike. Join me on Steal A Brainrot, bro? So you can take all my secrets? You about to jump my eye, boy. Can y'all hurry the freak up, bro? Y'all taking too effing long. Can you friend me? You can follow me. Wait, how many days are in September? Champ. Is it 30 or 31? Is 30? Jackie the only person that said 31. Oh no. Jackie, I think you're a little slow there, brother. Is he hugging a chicken nugget? That's how KB be. Did this month not go fast? I feel like it went fast as freak. Like, do none of y'all got prickly plants? Can I have a brain rot, please? Bro, you didn't even follow my Roblox. It's my Roblox app. Jackie, it's my Roblox app game. Bro, what is your name? Bro. Thank you, Lurk. Text speech, you gotta send the heart me gang. Locked you, locked you. Oh no.
Here's some roses along with it.
Thank you, bro.
Mr. Beast donated 500 used rose toys.
Bro. Come on, gang.
Okay, my bad. I am just waiting for other X.
Yeah, you're done.
Huh.
I'm about to watch a YouTube video.
Sup, Gabe. Street.
Really? Really, Fedora?
So, David seemed to be transitioning from a tick.
I said street.
I'm gonna make you straight. This
Like what I do. What you say?
You said, I'm a digging you, boy. That's what I said, boy.
I am 13.
Whoa.
Nah, I am done. Nah, I am done with you.
Bro, what?
Stroke my dick, fat ass nigger, faggot, nigger, faggot,
Bro,
nigger,
really,
faggot,
bro?
nigger, faggot, nigger, faggot, nigger.
Really, bro? Really? We gotta get you out of here. Yeah. Thank you. Oh.
TikTok phenomenon to a genuine mainstream artist. On top of his debut album, peaking near the top 10 on the charts in April, the Houston native also hit network TV with a performance on Jimmy Kimmel. and rubbed shoulders with the likes of SZA, Billie Eilish, Pharrell, Benny Blanco, and Lil Yachty, among others. All in all, it looked like the world was about to become very acquainted with his art, as droves of people either tuned in to hear him on streaming services or to see him on tour. But now, the entire planet knows him for something far darker, with both his list of famous collaborators and 36 million plus monthly listeners on Spotify learning that this budding star in their midst was possibly a sick and disturbed man. Because now, a revelation has come to light that has changed everything, as now, it seems like not just one, but two lives may be over in different senses.
Tonight, more than a week after a body was found inside an impounded Tesla registered to the singer who goes by the stage name David, Los Angeles investigators identifying the remains as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, the same girl who was reported missing last year, according to the Riverside County Sheriff's Office.
It's your boy Luesta, and this is the horror of the David Files. Before David ever picked up a mic, the young David Anthony Burke wanted to be a gamer and streamer. Previously among the best Fortnite players in the world, David started making music purely to soundtrack his gameplay videos. But over time, this morphed into something bigger. And after he started fine-tuning his sound, he began dropping compositions like Romantic Homicide, the very track which propelled him to success.
I love talking about Romantic Homicide in particular because it's the only song that I've ever made where everything was done in one take. Look, like the entire lead vocal, there's no cuts. The background vocals, no cuts. And the entire thing is only one lead and then just some oohs and ahs in the background. Literally every single word is improvised. As soon as I heard the first 15 seconds, I knew what I had to say. And the first word I said was, "I'm scared," and everything else followed after. It was the most flow state-like thing of all time.
So then you stay in the closet to add those backing vocals,
Right.
then one other layer, then you're out.
Literally, it's that quick. And then the rest of the process is just me hitting the three dots and then speeding it up,
Right.
pitching it up. And this is the version that's on streaming. Scare. And then I would just dropped it like that.
Yeah.
Literally.
You've done it before school.
Exactly. It's time for school. Right after that, I had to do like 6 assignments. It's crazy.
A dense and dark song, it was such a shift from what he had done before that this mom had her reservations about the themes he was exploring.
Whenever my mom hates something, I know it's cool. Like when I used to get up and get dressed for school in the morning, I put on this cool fit. She would like, take that off, put on a suit or something like that, you know? I knew it was cool if she hated it. I played it for her in the car. She was like, "David, this song is too violent. You're talking about killing people in your music? No, not my son." And I was like, wait, I might be onto something, bro. So I dropped it right after that. And it went crazy. TikTok, viral, 1 million views overnight. I was like, oh yeah, we cooking, boy. We cooking, boy. So right at that moment, I was like, my mom has done it again.
And in the wake of everything that's happened since, it's hard to not word if perhaps she foretold what was to come. Because now, this track which he notably dropped on the birthday of a young girl at the center of this story only adds to the surreality of this entire situation that we find ourselves in. We're in a documentary now, guys. Listening to him now feels like standing in the middle of a crime scene. This whole situation is just wild. The core of this warped tale begins with the glance inside the back of an impounded Tesla. After workers on the lot dedicated a foul stench, detectives responded and located possible human remains, a spokesperson for the LAPD said. It is currently a death investigation. When they looked inside, the body was badly decomposed and dismembered, with the police revealing that she appears to have been deceased inside the vehicle for an extended period of time before being found, while also mentioning she was wearing a tube top and black leggings, size small. Despite the state that the remains were in, the girl was identified by her mother, and when asked about the girl, she promptly said that she had a boyfriend named David. Soon, it was revealed that the vehicle was registered to none other than the gamer-turned-singer who recently contributed to the soundtrack for Netflix's Arcane. But to say things were about to go from bad to worse doesn't even cut it. When it was initially announced that the impounded car was registered to the artist, it was claimed that David, who was on tour at the time, was fully cooperating with the cops. Initially, the news was shocking, but by no means career-ending. After all, it was possible there was some rational explanation, but that was before the details of the victim were made public. As once the name Celeste Rivas Hernandez entered the publication domain, everything changed. A 14-year-old girl who went permanently missing around May of 2024, Celeste had been absent from her family home in Lake Elsinore for over a year. At the time, missing posters pleaded for information on her location. And while neither the cops or her family seemed to know about her whereabouts, the public now believes that David did all along. But at the time, he kept it pushing on the career front, conducting interviews 18 days after Celeste had officially been declared missing, as though he didn't have a care in the world.
300,000, 400,000, some got millions, like
Okay, so that just happened.
like that.
Okay, and then what happened?
So then fast forward like a month or two, I'm making a lot of money. My mom's like, okay, maybe the game's not rotting your brain. I start getting copyright strikes left and right from UMG. And I'm like, what in the world is UMG? I don't know what UMG is.
Yeah.
So I'm not making any money now. I got the red money sign on all my videos. And I'm like crying to my mom about it. I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do. I'm not making any money anymore, blah, blah, blah. And she was like on a phone or something. She was like, just make your own music, go.
Back then, he had more people buying into his persona and journey to fame, leading many commentators to salute him in ways that they'd likely regret now. This guy's origin story isn't something extremely special, but I think that's the beauty of it as well. The average teenager making his dream come true. David is goated. But looking back, both fans and those who only became aware of him after the discovery of Celeste are freaking out at the fact that he appeared to drop hints about both his unsavory relationship with this literal child and her death itself. Among the things they cite include a scene from a music video which showed a body being placed into a trunk. Elsewhere, there was exemplary self-snitching in the form of a leaked track, where he seemed to hint about withholding info about a murder of a woman.
Nobody ever caught me, but I've spoken too soon. In the back of a police car, I forgot whatever I knew. I ain't telling nothing.
There was another from 2023 too, where he mentioned her by name. Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her clothes on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed. In the next verse, he adds, oh Celeste, afraid you will only love me when undressed, but you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed, but I digress. Bear in mind, this being recorded in 2023 means that Celeste was at most 12 or 13 when it was released. And considering the tone of those lyrics, that's disgusting to say the very least. As mentioned previously, David was in the midst of his Withered World Tour and still performed even as the news broke, giving out Lububus to fans in a way that can't help but to seem leering and creepy now that his appetites have been revealed. Not to mention that during his shows, he had a casket as well as opportunities for fans to write letters to the deceased. Now, this might have just been theatrics, but based on everything that's occurring now, it doesn't exactly look good, does it? After initially looking to persevere as if nothing was happening, David's hand was eventually forced, and he paused his tour following the revelation of the ID, which transpired after the matching tattoo was on their fingers, which read, "Shh," was pointed out by her mother. Now, this is not exactly an uncommon tattoo, but given the secret nature of their relationship, it takes a far darker tone, particularly when you consider that Celeste wasn't even old enough to get a tattoo legally. As the connections between David and Celeste began to become apparent, the LAPD seized the computer and various bags of evidence from a house. And if you're wondering why his computer would be vital, it's because, by the looks of it, David had been incriminating himself online for a long time before anything came to light. In a series of leaked messages from David's own dedicated Discord, it appears that the tragic girl at the center of it all was a member. Celeste in here, hi David, Bart. And even more shockingly, it seems like their relationship was flaunted across this online space. He has a GF, her name is Celeste. Considering people were privy to it, this whole thing makes it feel like it could have been averted. But not only were they aware of her once mysterious fate, but actively referenced it. Drop the one with the missing girl Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Said a message from a user that was sent in August of 2024. At times, it seems like David actually did strive to protect his reputation, with video of he and Celeste showing him consciously covering his tracks. At one stage, she even called him out as a PDF during a live stream.
I media trained you. That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
On account of Celeste no longer being here, we can't get exact details on the nature of their relationship. But at the moment, everything points to it being a deeply inappropriate one, which led her to running away from home. And text messages alleged to have been sent from her sister confirm this. I don't want to talk to anyone. Are you still going to talk to David or go back with him? I don't want you to get into any more trouble. I only bled with David. But the message rabbit hole doesn't end there. with a message from David in his Discord, leading to speculation that she might have even been pregnant. Me and deleted user got a kid on the way. Although he had coveted his position in the limelight, the chat logs of David provide every indication that behind the scenes, he was a messed up dude. Specifically in messages such as these that read, "Gore better than corn. I used to be addicted to watching gore vids." And now every aspect of his life, from his bloody shirt merch to the lyrics of his songs, is being re-evaluated. And the harder that people look into the situation, the circumstances surrounding how Celeste was found just aren't quite adding up.
That David Tesla was repoed on September 8th. He started his tour August 5th, 9th. They said the car was sitting for over 30 days before it got repoed. He reported it missing in between that, but it's been sitting before he started his tour. Called to report a Tesla missing. Now chat, anybody in chat, go to Google and say, can I call Tesla? If my Tesla is missing, can I call Tesla to track it? Watch what it shows you. You could have called Tesla, a Tesla of all cars you reported missing, when you can call Tesla and get it tracked. That don't make sense. They said the car was sitting for over 30 days. So from when the car was impounded on the 8th, we can add 31 days plus add some change. That's days, if not a week or more, before he started his tour, bro. Nigga was dating a 13-year-old, bro. Probably got her pregnant. That's why he did that stupid shit. That shit f***ed up, man. Another one bites the dust.
Left with a gnawing sense of guilt, the news of Celeste's passing has people who had seen them together in the past struggling with the sense that this could have been prevented.
As many of you may know, a body was recently found dismembered in a Tesla belonging to David, a popular singer. Today, the body was identified as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Right when the picture went public of Celeste, I instantly recognized her from 2024 in April when her and David came together to a jewelry shop I used to work at. I remember this moment so vividly because when they came in, there was something off about Celeste. She was very high, and she was with David, who I recognized because he's a popular singer, but she was very obviously younger than him, and she was very out of it. I was helping her out with jewelry, and she was all over the place. So that situation really stuck in my brain, and I really remembered her face. So when her picture was released to the public, I instantly recognized her as the girl that was with David. And the fact that she was found in his trunk, dismembered, is just unbelievably sad and horrific, and my heart just goes out to the family and her friends and everybody who's affected by her death. But there is a lot of questions around this and a lot of unanswered questions, so please find answers.
But as it turns out, David went to great lengths to keep this all under wraps, even using his financial reserves to keep this sick bond secret. This guy is a PDF from what I've heard. My sister is now in the 9th grade, and she told me that he was dating an 8th grader, and she would go on trips with him to LA. They're all in the 9th grade now, and it turns out Celeste's friends knew, and who pay them to keep their mouths shut. This idea of David putting money into keeping the situation from the public eye hasn't just been expressed by one person either. Over on Instagram, another user said that he told me he gave someone in Elsinore money because he was with a minor, and showed me a picture of it too. I didn't even know if I believed it at the time, but now I'm tweaking. This was the pic bro showed me. I'm not capping. Amid the screenshots and chat logs mounting up, David is now trying to remove ties from Celeste from the public eye, even removing his name from a shared playlist that he had collaborated with her on. Meanwhile, others shed light on just how long the two had been linked together, with one insider from his gaming days revealing David had known Celeste since she was 10. We were all in a Fortnite team called Chronic, which is where I met him. He met her in like 2021 through Fortnite, I'm pretty sure, and then he got her Discord. Everyone in the team knew about her, and he would joke about it and brush it off every time it got mentioned. That's all I personally know. But my friend Pistol knows more because they talked way more. She would literally say he fucked her, but then followed it up saying it was a joke. So I don't know if he was being real or not. He was just also a weirdo, to be honest. While in another flagrant exercise in self-snitching, cryptic tweets from David appeared to allude to actively stopping someone from going back to their family. When I was writing this, I got a notie from you. As you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and sister again, take me where I belong, but our circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We gotta push through it, bro. It's a damning look, and people aren't hesitating to let him know either. Yeah, it's over, bro. Pack it all up. You are sick. And now, there are already signs suggesting that's the case before he's even charged. To begin, David just canceled the European and UK dates of his tour in support of the new album Withered. Around the same time, the deluxe version of the project was shelved, and Hollister removed their images of him on their site, while Kali Uchis has promptly pulled a collab, declaring, "Not my friend. I did a song with him, which is currently in the process of being taken down given today's disturbing news." Now, other people who had encountered him are now retroactively blowing the whistle.
I've known this stuff since 2023. I've known this stuff since 2023. At first, I brushed it off. I thought it was just a misunderstanding. Now that everything's coming to light, it all makes sense. I'm gonna tell you for a fact, David would ignore most of his male audience, his male fans. Even me, I had a good relationship with him. He ignored the shit out of me. He ignored the shit out of me to the point that he unfollowed me. But you know, when it came to like a 15-year-old, 14-year-old girl, underage girl, no, he would give him his number. I have evidence from 2023. I have pictures, I have screenshots, I have everything from 2023. It's all gonna come to light soon.
Even a teacher of Celeste divulged that he heard rumors about what was really going down.
Hold up. That's her in my classroom in front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up. I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff. Hold on a second, because he's also in my classroom.
Wait, how long ago?
We all just found out yesterday who it was, but she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year, May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened, and it was this rapper, that they were like blackmailing him, all of this stuff. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. Social media.
And while this is all well and good, it won't be much to comfort the family of Celeste, with her brother Matthew currently dropping receipts and claiming they intend.
Nah, that was crazy.
To get married. This corresponds with shots from her IG stories where she appeared to be flexing an engagement ring. With that, most people have everything they need to declare him a monster. And that's before even mentioning a possible second victim named Gus, who is allegedly dead. As the news of David's alleged heinous acts circulate, the industry is churning on him. And voices like academics are even suggesting that other big names might have similar skeletons in the closet.
Yo, I know 3 rappers that y'all love. Like, y'all would kill. Well, but like, y'all would be in turmoil if I told y'all, we're about to talk about this David guy. He was f***ing a girl who was like 14 or 15. I know like 3 Chicago rappers y'all might consider legends. I was doing the same. It wasn't for me to talk about because nobody went to the police. I don't know if these people were true. I don't know the story, if they lied about their age. It's not for me.
This was echoed by his friend 6ix9ine, a man who has sex offender charges of his own.
Where's the justice for Gus? Well, supposedly Gus was a bad person though. He died in a shootout in GTA. And he's the one that touched, he was another grown man that touched Celeste, I think. Did I not tell you that? KB, were you not in here? Like the messages, Celeste was talking about it and she said that he got mad because because she said no to sleeping with him and then she finally did it. Did I not tell you that? You didn't use the name? Oh yeah, I didn't use the name. But that's the dude,
claimed that one infamous meme-turned rapper was passed around the industry.
At this point, you guys start going back and forth. You accused him of having with Bad Baby, who was a minor at the time.
Everybody, listen, apart Trippie Redd, there you go telling the truth again, there you go Stitch. All these rappers Bad Baby while she was underage. Come on, next thing. She knows it, they know it, but you know what? No, we like them. They can kids. They can kids. Just don't say, bro, chill. Bro, why you always gotta open your mouth, bro?
But the real question is, if these things are such open secrets, why are people tolerating it? Because if they didn't, maybe tragedies like this could be avoided, and dangerous people wouldn't be given the chance to exploit vulnerable children. Because no matter what anyone who's defending him says, that's what Celeste was, a child. But what's even more bizarre is that in the wake of the news that he was apparently in a relationship with a literal child, his track has become the biggest gainer in the world on Spotify. Ultimately, the cops haven't made any arrests or officially listed any.
I mean, 6ix9ine not any better. So I'm gonna say it like this: he's not a predator, 6ix9ine, because a lot of people claim that he's a predator. He's not a predator. I see that a lot, and I'm not defending what he did, right? But I want y'all to know, like, it's two different things in my book. But apparently, he had a music video, and there was an underage person doing something in the music video, and he got in trouble for that. And like I said, at the end of the day, that's his fault. I'm not agreeing with that whatsoever. But I don't think that's a predator, in my opinion. He hit Bad Baby? No, I don't think so.
Suspects at the time, but it seems like the internet has already condemned him long before he sees a courtroom. Quick question: why is the dude who 100% underage victim not under arrest? At this moment, David's whole world is crumbling around him, and if everything that's being said is true, it'd be difficult to feel a shred of empathy for him. Whatever happens, it appears that his time in the limelight, or being known for anything other than his alleged actions, is over. And that must sting for someone who had plans to make a fortune and then evade the public eye entirely.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, so the plan is hopefully this music thing takes off crazy next year.
Why is he saying? Why are you saying that like you're not like up there, gang?
Well, I'm not there yet, but hopefully it's like even crazier next year. And then I'm going crazy year after year for the next 3 years, and then on the 4th year I retire, and on the 5th year I'm off the grid, living somewhere like on an island with this crazy crib, no social media, no digital footprint. I'm just gone. I'm just gone. In 5 years, I'm gonna be gone.
Will you still remember me?
Yeah, bro. You'll have like the secret codes to the mansion.
Yeah?
You can pull up on every
What's the secret code? Give us the first 2 numbers.
Absolutely not.
Granted, he might still be doing so, but finding himself in a jail cell rather than the life of luxury that he'd envisioned for himself. Damn. Rest in peace, Celeste.
There's still no new updates. It's just the same stuff. I need some new updates, man. But I don't know, bro. I think there's gonna be something crazy that dropped, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Like I said, they said there's 2 Celestes. Chat, they said there's 2 Celestes, bro. Like, what if she's not really a cover-up, bro? No, but hear me out, too. Another thing, too. You feel me? Like, what if, like, someone tries to spin it, bro? Like, I never know. I don't think y'all thought of it like this, but I thought about it. I was like, what are ways he can get past this? And I was like, you know how people said that they should look at the mom as well? What if he just was like taking care of her, bro? What if he was just taking care of her, bro? Because the mom wouldn't. I would go with that story, bro. If he's 100% guilty, I'd go with that story. That's the best story you can give, bro. But if they find the baby, he going to jail? Oh, yeah, bro. No doubt about it. But I don't think that's possible. Because like I said, I don't want to keep talking about that because that's I don't think you understand. That's so bad. But like I said, KB, they didn't find the whole thing. Her body, like, they didn't find the whole body. It was literally only an arm and a torso. Maybe they can find it through that torso, but like I said, it wasn't the full body, so. They said they found baby remains, I think. I need TMZ to say it or somebody. I mean, blood is blood. I feel you. Like I said, he's cooked regardless, man. I don't know. That shush tattoo still get me, bro. Matching tattoos. And I know in this video they were saying that other people have the shush tattoo, and that is true. But I don't know. Y'all were you were allegedly together, so obviously that's connected for sure. Maybe she was a fan. But I don't know, bro. Somebody's story checked out. So listen, I don't know if you heard, but they were saying that they actually met when she was 10 and he was in the Fortnite clan. And it does check out. What they said kind of checks out. because I told y'all this already. He was in a clan. There was a Fortnite team called Chronic back in the day. Teams were really big back in the day. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a thing called orgs, like for esports, like competitive gaming. You guys should know. If you don't know, then like think about it like an NBA team, but instead of an NBA team, it's like a team for gamers. That makes sense. But yeah, he was a part of a team back then. So I mean, it kind of checks out, bro. But how did she get there? No. He was in Chronic. They're saying that he just like queued up in a game and met her. And then he told her to get Discord and all this other stuff.
Who made these questions?
I made these questions. Are they not good questions?
No, nigga. Hey!
Whoa, is he black?
So that explains why your music sounds like shit.
Smack the shit out the cameraman. Smack the shit out of this goofy ass nigga. This nigga. All y'all niggas that get smacked.
So do your parents know that you're gay? Guys, welcome back to episode 3 of the Craft Culture Podcast. So today we have a very special guest. Now, if you weren't a fan of the whole SoundCloud rap era, you probably were not a fan of the gentleman sitting across from me right now. But if you were a virgin throughout high school, you were probably a fan of this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Skinny from the 9. Do they still call you that, by the way? Skinny from the 9?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, like, you're not in the 908 anymore. You moved to Las Vegas. And also, you're fat.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I gained a little weight.
A little, or?
I gained a little weight.
A little? Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. I think we have some, like, snacks for him. You want to bring on some snacks for Skinny from the 9? Yeah, you could just bring it to him. That's fine. There you go.
What's this?
That's for you. You know, just in case you get hungry throughout the interview, that's for you.
Cheese?
Yeah. That's like a normal thing that people do. Like, cheese is like a great little snack.
All right, bro.
You don't like it? I mean, you don't have to eat it, but...
I just feel like you trying to be funny.
No, I'm not. The last thing I want to do is make you uncomfortable or say any jokes. I do, like, serious interviews.
Also, KB, did you have a good day off?
I'm not trying to fuck with you at all, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Call him a rat?
So, I want to read you a statistic, okay? This is a real statistic. Ready? 63% of women ages 22 to 39 have reportedly stated that the number one factor of which oftentimes leaves them dissatisfied in the bedroom is due to a lack of rhythm and consistency of motion from their male partners. So I thought of this, ready? What if there was a song specifically for having sex?
What?
When I was young and there was nothing on TV, and when I say nothing, I mean nothing, not even House Hunters was on, I would either go on YouTube, probably rewatching a video I've seen 1,000 times, or playing on my DSi watching flip note videos. And if I was really bored, I would change it to a specific channel, but only if a certain show was on. And this channel is one of the worst channels that the human species has ever conceived. I'd change it to the E Network, but only if the show Botched was on, a TV show about plastic surgery. Usually the episodes would be about a person who once worked on a body part they don't feel the most confident about. Like, oh, I've always felt insecure about the wrinkles on my knees, so I'm here today so Dr. Dubrow can remove my knees. Then the patient and her family would tell a sad backstory about her. All my daughter's life, the kids would bully her because of her knees. That's why she always wore knee pads. Then Dr. Terry comes to save the day, reaching out a hand to help with the surgery. He shows us how's it done, he does his thing, and then he removes all of the problems for a low, cheap price of $200,000. But of course she'll pay for it, anything to get these knees out of her. And at the end, the surgery will always be a success. No more knee pads for Missy over here. That was basically the format of an episode of Botched. It was very entertaining. This show did pique my interest in plastic surgery a little bit, cause as a kid, I didn't really get why people got it. I was taught to love and appreciate your natural beauty. And if you don't like the way you look, don't get surgery. Try your best with makeup. Or wear a mask, I don't know. But whatever you do, don't get plastic surgery. I thought that as a kid, but now it's a different story. I now know that some people are just ugly. Like, not everybody's born beautiful. I've seen myself in the mirror. Some of us just got the end of the stick. And I also respect the courage it takes to go through surgery. Like, I can't imagine going to a doctor's office telling them to change my face. I don't trust like that. I already look like that I'm going goblin mode, and I'm afraid that a doctor's gonna make me look even worse than I do now. What if after the surgery I'm gonna be looking like Doofenshmirtz? Or Phineas or Ferb or any of those people on that show? They all ugly. I'm afraid of that. And that's why it takes courage to go through plastic surgery. But sometimes plastic surgery could be bad. Very, very bad. Some people get plastic surgery because they feel insecure, but for the wrong reasons. Like they don't have a fat enough ass, i.e. BBLs. Now, I'm not judging you if you got or want a BBL, but I will in a second. I just don't get it. Unlike some other surgeries, you don't need to pump fat in your butt to get a bigger ass. You can always do squats, make leg day every day. You know, there's alternative. Also, having a little booty isn't something you should feel insecure about. It's that chrome dome you call forehead. Goddamn, mega my ass forehead. But hey, if you can rock it, that's great. It doesn't matter if your booty is fake, as long as it looks good and edible. Like Iggy Azalea's is fake, obviously, but I'll still... It's just that I've seen some Willy Wonka looking asses, and I can't help but think, why? Why do this to yourself in the first place? I know it's hip to have a big ass, but when it look like this, you gotta know you build like an ant. I just don't get BBLs. I feel like it's a problem that you can solve in like a month with a little bit of exercise and squats. Same with breast implants. Like, just get fat, then you can swing them things around. But a surgery, I would never, ever understand. Even if Albert Einstein tried explaining it to me, I would still be confused. It's those fake synthetic muscles. I don't think I've seen someone look good with these done, and I don't think I ever will. They look nasty, unnatural, weird, just weird looking. They're walking around with two big ass tumors in their arm looking like SpongeBob from that one episode. But at least his arms look kind of cool. And just like his arms, I think these things are gonna pop at any moment and start leaking out juice. It's a shame that these guys get it just cause they wanna get ripped quick. Instead of, you know, working out consistently, bro, you can just get a Planet Fitness membership, bro. It's not that hard to get muscles. But instead you went to a doctor to inject stuff that only harms your body to make you look like a freak show. To get these muscles, they inject synthol, alcohol, all this shit that's not supposed to be in your arms into your arms. And guess what? They start experiencing side effects with this. Some of these guys said that doctors recommended amputation because the effects of those fake ass arms could be deadly. So literally, if you get fake muscles, best case scenario, you look like a dumbass. Worst case scenario, you die a dumbass. There's no benefits to having these. And these dudes think it looks good. No, that's even worse that you think it looks good. We're not staring because we're impressed with your big muscles. We're staring because you look goofy. You're packing 2 ball sacks in your arms. Legit, it would be better if you did steroids. Although, when doing it, it would probably shrink your wee-wee. But if you have or thought about getting synthetic fake muscles, there's probably not much there to begin with. So might as well go full zero mode. Last plastic surgery I'd like to talk about is facial, or just full-on body surgery. Easily the most common one because almost every single model / celebrity you've seen has gotten it. Now, I don't think these are bad surgeries. Sometimes people just have to get rid of that Scrooge McDuck of a nose or want to have the cheekbones of a goddess. It don't really matter to me anyway. Just remember your case is still gonna be hideous, which is a good thing. But what if you wanted to go even further beyond with your surgeries? Always thinking, I can do better, I can look better. Stacking all of your plastic surgeries on top of each other with more work done. And as the result, you come out looking like a monster! Ew! What are you? These people don't look real. They look like cartoon characters with crazy ass bodies. I mean, it looks good in those cartoons, but transfer that into real life, then you want to go back. Go back! This is what taking plastic surgery way too far looks like. And I understand that as long as they're happy with it, it doesn't really matter what I think. Yeah, I agree, but this just don't look right, or healthy, or good. I give this a not good. Of course, do what makes you happy. but maybe don't post it on the internet so I don't have to see it. I'm at a loss for words, so I'ma just end this video. Plastic surgeries can be good or bad sometimes, and that's what this video chalks up to be. But before I go, there's one more reason on why I would never get plastic surgery. So I read this manga called Homunculus. It's about these dudes doing a science experiment trying to see if there's a sixth sense. But who cares about that? The main character who's the lab rat of this experiment is a bum. A crazy one at that. He got in plastic surgery in the past. Before that, he wasn't good looking. After the surgery though, his life changed. He got a new well-paying job, a nice car, bitches, everything was going well for him. Besides his mental state, he was going crazier and crazier by the day because he doesn't have any meaningful substance to his life no more after the surgery. Before, he only had his girl, and that's kind of it, but there was love there. Now it's just one night stands and money. Who needs that? He gone so off the wall that he started beating his meat, busting in his hand, then swallowing the so it can always be a part of him, never leaving. And that's just... He gets so detached from everything that he quits his job, signs a resignation letter, nuts on the letter, leaves, and starts living in his car. That actually happens. And this is just the dude's backstory before trying to find a sixth sense. That ain't even the main story. And I ain't even gonna spoil anything, but he gets more and more crazy as the chapters go on. And you know what? I blame all of this on the plastic surgery. That's where it all started. If he never got it, he would have been fine. Probably, maybe, probably not. That's the last reason why I would never get it. Very good manga though. Besides this scene, I don't endorse this part. That's kind of all I wanted to say. So in conclusion,
did you wash your ass today?
He said absolutely nothing. Did I watch this one?
I said, I don't think that he's good for you. How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
I don't like reality TV shows. Never been a fan of them. It always felt like nothing TV to me. Like I was getting absolutely nothing out of them. Like Plankton eating those holographic meals or just school. Every episode of any celebrity one is just them going on vacations and shopping with a hint of scripted drama. And they somehow stretch that out to 45 minutes with over 10 seasons. It's crazy to me why these shows have huge fan bases. Like, why does anyone watch housewife shows? It's literally in the title that they do nothing. So why y'all watching it? But my parents eat these shows up, so I just gotta live with it. However, there is this one channel that produced reality TV content like no other channel. Reality TV that displayed the normal life, not the rich and famous. TV for the everyday person. That's right. I'm talking about HGTV. House Hunters and Poverty Brothers were my shows! Ooh! And I guess TLC is there too. TLC, aka the Learning Channel. I don't know what people are learning from this channel, but the network most known for its popular TV shows, Sister Wives and Seeking Sister Wife, and Gypsy Sisters, that they really like their sisters. They also do all these other shows you might have heard of. Now, if you haven't heard of TLC, and no, I'm not talking about the goats, let me give you some knowledge real quick. TLC is an American television channel founded by NASA! It was a network that started as an educational channel, and then later evolved to Honey Boo Boo. It may be a reality TV network, but unlike your Housewives and Kardashians, they made reality shows on the weirdest people that you ain't even know existed.
Cute. This room is my quiet place. Every morning, I have a ritual. I can come in here, I can talk to my raggities, I can tell them about my day.
They have a million shows like that, because that's what this channel is. A blessing to the human race. And today I just wanted to talk about a handful of them that stand out to me, and also TLC as a network, because TLC is not like any other channel I've ever seen in my life, and I really want to talk about it. In 1972, during the Civil War soon, the Department of Health and Education, alongside NASA, founded what started as an instructional and informative channel that was distributed for free via satellite, televising programs that were meant for public schools and universities to show to their classes. So the NASA part was real. So we are to blame NASA for 1,000-pound sisters! Then in 1980, the Appalachian Community Network acquired the channel and renamed it to the Learning Channel, aka TLC. And then a bunch of boring stuff happened. Then in 1991, Discovery bought the network for $31 million. More money than you will ever see in your life. Not me though. I got paper. And the first thing Discovery did when acquiring TLC is set up a program for preschoolers called Ready, Set, Learn in 1992, where kids were taught many baby things, like the different races.
Today is color day, and today's special colors are black, B-L-A-C-K, and white, W-H-I-T-E. It's color day on TLC.
They also made a 50-episode documentary series about dinosaurs that lasted from 1994 to 97. They also made a show called Amazing Space, a documentary about constellations and planets and other planets and other... Mr. Duckworth. It wasn't until the mid-90s TLC would start to show glimpses of what they are known for today, with Trauma, Life in the ER. And of course that show was a success. And from 1998 on, TLC started to rebrand its image, making more reality-based shows like Life in the ER, because the ratings for stuff like dinosaurs wasn't looking tight. So with the success of shows like Trading Spaces, Junkyard Wars, A Wedding Story, and A Baby Story, this network found its cup of tea of what they wanted to make. Trash reality television. Good trash though. Not like Netflix TikTok reality show. Like, why does this exist? That's basically the history of TLC. Well, not really, but enough for you to fill in the blanks. I also got kind of bored with the research part because it was just educational stuff. What I really want to talk about are these weird ass TV shows, which there's a lot of. From Little People Big World, a show about midgets, little people, living their life as little people, to Seven Little Johnstons. It looks like the same show. I particularly vibe with the wedding shows on this network. Maybe I'm looking at them with rose-tinted glasses, because I remember as a kid I wasn't really the biggest fan of these shows, but now when I see clips of shows like Say Yes to the Dress and especially 90 Day Fiance, like those clips be hilarious, man. This show has no need to be this funny.
Sorry? Take your ugly ass back outside. You ugly ass bitch. You Ninja Turtle Penguin Batman ass bitch.
My personal favorite out of these wedding shows though was called Four Weddings, a show where four soon-to-be brides... niggas are gonna think I'm gay, I swear. A show where four soon-to-be brides compete against each other on which of them have the better wedding, and they all rate each other's weddings, and whoever comes up with the highest score wins an all-expense-paid honeymoon. And the reason why I like this show is because the girls would be so petty when scoring each other's weddings. Like, they would purposely rate the other person's wedding a lower score just so they can win by finding faults in little things that don't even matter. Bro, they just being petty on this show. Like, these weddings look crazy. And I would know. My last job was as a wedding server. I've been to literally 70 plus weddings in the span of 4 months. I know what a good wedding looks like. But that's a story for another day. This show is dumb fun, and I loved it. TLC always pulling up with the consistent classics, like Extreme Couponing, another classic about people that are really into coupons to save that chicken. This show was super crazy. It had me on the edge of my seat every time they were at the checkout, scanning the coupons. And all the time they would get a huge discount, like paying only $10 for $500 worth of groceries, or even the store owing them money at the end. Shit was wild. When will there be coupons for gas stations? I need that in my life. I remember as a kid I made a Groupon account after watching this show, because based on what I seen on this show, I could get not only free stuff, but free money too from Walmart. I did not have to do it illegally no more. This show back then was peak TLC for me way back. But with all these classics that TLC be producing, there's bound to be some misses. Most of their family shows kind of suck, like Unexpected, Rattled, Kate Plus 8, like those kind of shows, they suck. They're not interesting. Those Amish shows, which are the most boring reality TV shows ever, like they have no phones or computers. how do they live? And Toddlers and Tiaras, which is basically EDP's favorite show. Although, outside of those shows, I have yet to mention the best batch of shows that TLC has ever made. Shows that are so bingeable that could rival Game of Thrones or Jackie Chan Adventure. Yeah, I'm talking about the weird shows. My Strange Addiction, Extreme Cheapskates, Hoard and Buried Alive, and the God tier 600-Pound Life.
W600-Pound Life.
Baby, these shows are good. In a weird way. Like, when I turn on an episode of
Edge. Have you ever been on an edging streak? Edge. Edge. Do they keep you in a state of edging? Edge. Edge. When you're not performing your edging, do they make you goon? Edge. Edge. Riz. Riz. What's it like to hold the yacht of someone you love? Riz. Riz. Do they teach you how to feel? Sigma to Sigma. Riz. Riz. Do you long for having your heart rizzed? Riz. Riz. Do you dream about being rizzed? Riz. Baby Gronk, rizzed up Livy Dunn. Riz. Riz. Do you feel that there's a part of you that's skibbity? Riz. Riz. Skibbity edge Riz. Skibbity edge Riz.
the internet. A hive of an infinite amount of topics, subjects, and material. In the day-to-day, we use it for work, research, buying things that are absolutely essential,
300 black men for only £2.
and the most important, entertainment. It's the most remarkable part of the internet. It's what gives it its zany personality. Whether we're playing a video game on our GS5 or watching a quality movie on Netflix, we amuse ourselves with what are supposed to be a short distraction into an all-day activity, if you can even call it that. Like, you didn't mean to binge every Steve Harvey episode of Family Feud, with each episode trying to figure out whether his mustache is real or not for the past 2 months, only to give up because the diaper rash has gotten a little too itchy. It just kind of happened. Scenarios like this and scrolling makes time feel non-existent. Each minute just bleeds into the next, and at some point you just do it for so long you can't figure out if you even enjoy what you're doing anymore. You just been doing it every day at this point, and you don't want to miss out on what everyone else is talking about. This is what scrolling feels like for me, as if I'm riding my brain in real time. And it doesn't help that shit like this is frequently popping up on my FYPs. Like, this is pure brain mashed potatoes. Brain rot is used to define media that has close to no artistic meaning, value, or purpose. It just exists to make people go, huh? Not that media needs to have a deeper meaning to not be considered brain rot. You'll know rot when you see it. Now, brain rot content has existed for many decades before even these memes existed, in many different forms. Like, people used to think cookie clicker was a fun pastime, but the rot nowadays is different. The brain mush from back then at least would try to disguise itself as something that might be good for people. Like, maybe watching TLC would make me more educated. But nah, this rot hit different. As if it's unapologetically yelling, yes, I am rot, and proud of it. Not to say all brain rot memes or content is bad. I actually feel quite the opposite for some of them. A decent number of these at least make me chuckle. Especially back in the YouTube poop and MLG days. They need to teach this at school. I can say the same for some of the newer ones, since I know a good chunk of them are ironic and satire. But only some. A human can take so much. It makes me feel I'm going crazy the more I watch these. Like, some of these videos make me think it's meant for a sleeper agent out there and not for me. Like, a secret government agent sees the video and now he has to go on an assassination mission. I swear, I try to understand and relate to these memes so I can be hip with the kids nowadays, but it just don't make no sense. There's no rhyme or reason for any of this. It's just... Sorry. It's dumb. How does anyone find any of this funny? Okay. Not gonna lie. Some of this is kind of funny. He says skibbity.
Nene, before you get a whoop.
Baka Skibbity Toilet. One Piece Fortnite from Ohio. W. Riz the Ice
Nene, before you get a whoop.
Anyways, my apologies. I could not hold in my laughter. And in conclusion,
This tastes really good.
One.
Yes. Twine? I ain't gonna lie, Chad.
What do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb.
Bro, what? It's a what bomb?
Baby. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
When I was a young boy, I took an interest in a lot of things, like riding bikes, being healthy, getting girls, all these things. I was terrible at, so I had to suffice with something. That's right, my brain. If I couldn't succeed in any of those things, I at least had to look and sound smart, which also went terribly, but I at least knew facts that most people didn't know. For example, did you know that in Malaysia, it's illegal to name your child after a fruit, or a color, or an animal, or a demon? Isn't that wild? You don't care? Okay. But I did used to watch a ton of fact videos, such as All Time 10s, The Today Show. I had many sources for my facts. And since this pool of useless history facts had entered my brain, I started to raise questions. What if elections are rigged? What if we are living in a simulation? What if my dad pulled out and I'm actually adopted?
What? I feel like I'm adopted.
They're all conspiracy theories. And as a young boy, I was eating these conspiracy videos up like it was a large number 9 order. I was so enthralled of conspiracy theory content back then. It had me thinking everything I knew was not true, and everything that was not true was true. Now, if you're confused and don't know what a conspiracy theory is, Google it. Plus, you most likely gonna figure it out the more I talk. All you need to know is that my mind was blown to hear that all major events that happened in our history and that you see on the news was all smoke and mirrors, guys. It was all fake. I couldn't believe it. I could barely process it. I was in shock. These theories told me that everything has an ulterior motive to tricking us to think a certain way. Like those trails in the sky by airplanes, there's mind control juice in it. So every time you breathe, Biden is telling you to breathe. Government mind control. Or global warming? Well, it's made by the media to boost up air conditioning sales. Duh! They also could be subliminal messages, like that Lion King scene where all the dust is in the air and then it says SEX in the sky, trying to secretly tell kids to do the unholy nasty. Well, not like we needed it back then, because when Nyla was on screen, we was already thinking it. Was that just me? Mind control, orchestrated events, secret messages, aliens, all are part of a huge conspiracy. And little old me's main source of getting this Harvard University conspiracy level of knowledge was from Shane Dawson. Now, we all know Shane Dawson. He's my favorite African-American YouTuber. And he used to make a lot of conspiracy content that I used to love when I was younger. I used to love these kind of videos back then. But not so much me now because, well, Shane is Shane. And as a grown man, I now realize how fucking stupid these theories are. That's right. I think a majority of conspiracy theories are a bunch of balagna said by boo-boo the fools or crazy people. Or that's what the government wants me to think. It's already in motion. It's like, nah, the reason why most of these conspiracy theories fall flat on their faces is because most of them fall under assumptions with no types of facts supporting it. Like most government mind control theories, I just automatically dismiss as dumb. I know MK Ultra was a thing and biased news outlets exist because, well, that's not a theory, but I'm not really talking about those. I'm talking about the theories such as toothpaste fluoride is taking over our head with mind control, which, no. I mean, I would have believed it more if it was brown Listerine that was doing it based on how strong it is, but toothpaste? I don't think so. Or how there's a new world government taking over the world. The Illuminati's in control of us, and celebrities are in on it too. They're in the Illuminati taking over the world. And to that theory, I also have to say, no, you're bobo. How's the world under one secret government if we are willing to go to war with each other over ASAP Rocky? This world is not united enough to be run under one government, let alone the Illuminati. Like, really? You think there's a secret society controlling the world and there's celebrities that are in on it? That's just stupid. Mainly because these are some of the celebrities that are suspected to be in the Illuminati. Beyonce, Jay-Z, Madonna, Lim Kardashian, Kanye West, Lindsay Lohan, LeBron, and Rihanna. They are all suspected to be controlling the planet. This is stupid because, well, first of all, most of them are black, and if the Illuminati really existed, you think black people would be in it? No, they wouldn't.
It's just gonna be old racist white guys in that.
But yeah, the Illuminati, the New World Order, I don't believe in any of that. But it's not like I don't think the government is perfect and holding no secrets. No, if I actually thought that, I would be a bot. In fact, I don't trust the government, and I don't even like them really. Like, taxes exist. That's already enough of a reason to hate them. And I'm not even gonna give the lizard people theory the light of day, cause that's 100% real. It's true. You've seen Mark Zuckerberg? Nigga is secretly the Geico lizard. I know it. Speaking of lizards, time travel. Time travel theories or dimension hopping theories always piqued my interest because when hearing about them, I always thought there was a slither of a chance that maybe I could go back in time and fix my mistakes. Some of these I actually find interesting, like the butterfly effect, where if you were to time travel, any small thing that is in the past could have a big effect in the future. Like if you were just to kick a rock in a different direction in the past, after time traveling, you just changed the future into one where you actually get hoes. Or the ones where there's real old time photos and footage of people being suspected time travelers. Example, is this woman in the 1920s on a cell phone? Or is she just crazy? Or this photo too. If you've been studying this subject for as long as I have, you've seen this picture before. It's a 1940s picture with everybody dressed normally for the time, and then there's this guy who looks like he's dressed from the 80s. Now, I don't think this picture is a conspiracy as people think, cause this man is not a time traveler. He's just ahead of his time. This man's fit is so far ahead of everybody else's that he looks like a time traveler. This man in this photo grew up to be Calvin Klein, but you heard it from me first. But I like the time traveling theories. The dimension hopping ones are a lot more weird and complicated, and the most popular of these theories is the Mandela effect. And this one is one of the stupidest theories I've ever heard! The Mandela effect is one of the worst theories out there. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically saying different realities are merging with ours, and that's why we are remembering things differently. Like Curious George actually never had a tail, Monopoly Man never had a monocle, etc. That means the stuff we remembered but actually aren't real are from alternate realities. Now, here's why this is horseshit. How does this equal alternate realities? Do you think the Bernstein Bears carry such a weight to existence that it changes reality as we know it? No, y'all just dumb. You're just misremembering stuff. I never remembered once a day in my life where Pikachu had a black end to his tail. Man, y'all just fake Pokemon fans. And most of the examples for Mandela effect are just us misspelling words. We just assume certain words are spelled how we normally spell them in brands we buy. Like double stuffed Oreos, it's just one F. Cocoa Puffs is spelled with an A. Skechers doesn't have a T in it. Like, we just assume these words are spelled normally, or at least how they sound. We only thought Looney Tunes was spelled with O's cause the word cartoon is spelled like that. This is not no alternate reality nonsense. And the people who actually believe it is, you are the crazy people that I see at my local gas station. I just hate the Mandela effect theory so much. Speaking of stuff that I don't like, 9/11. Predictions. The actual event, According to these theorists, everything that is pre-September 11th in media is a prediction to the attack. Like, everybody in Hollywood is just in on it. Johnny Bravo predicted it, Die Hard predicted it, the Cookie Monster predicted it. There are several ads, cartoons, movies prior to the attacks that had quote-unquote predicted it. Even though a sane person would know that all these are just coincidences, and most of these predictions are just such a reach. Like this Terminator 2 9/11 prediction that I found on this website that just says, well, this is it, the height limit for trucks. Did the Terminator actually know what the future had in store for us? The film did give us a warning of wrath and impending doom. Is this nigga serious? Yeah, the height.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't agree with him on that, chat. I'm gonna be honest, if I'm being real, chat, I can't say too much. The government ain't about to get me, but we know they did it. We know they made the call. They made the call on God. They made the call, bro. Hell no. The government made the call, bro.
Limit to the crossing ain't no coincidence. That was put there by Al-Qaeda and ISIS themselves. Even The Simpsons predicted it, but they also predicted everything, like literally everything. Do I think the Simpsons staff team are time travelers? No. Do I think they're terrorists? Maybe. Speaking of speaking, false celebrity death conspiracies. God, I love these because none of them make any sense. These conspiracies are basically that certain celebrities aren't really dead and that they faked it because, I don't know, they want.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say too much about this, but I think there's a lot of celebrities that claim they died and they didn't die. Like, I want y'all to think about it like this. Kim Jong-un, right? I don't know if y'all remember this, but Kim Jong-un faked his death. Right? For like a week or two, right? And then he came back and he cooked everybody that was talking crazy. He did it to see how everybody would react if he died. That junk was crazy. So if somebody that was that powerful did that junk, celebrities that got money can do it, bro. Paul Walker was going to expose the Epstein Island, but they got him. R.I.P. Paul Walker, man.
Wanted to avoid taxes or something. And I can slightly understand how all these conspiracy theories came to be. You know, Jesus Christ, a very famous person from back in his day, was publicly executed, then came back out of nowhere 3 days later, good as new. I can see why people of today have these theories about these celebrities faking their death. Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, Bruce Lee, all are still alive. That's why you see so many sightings of them popping up. Like, is that really Elvis? Tupac didn't really get shot neither. No, he's in Cuba. I saw him playing Fortnite last week. And Biggie Smalls, he's not dead neither. I saw him at the McDonald's drive-thru last Tuesday. This theory also suggests that all these celebrities are living in a private island with each other. Now, that might sound fun, but I know this theory is just malarkey. I know conspiracy theories be stupid a lot of the time, but it doesn't mean I throw all of them under the boat. It's like I said earlier, I don't really trust the government. I watch Jake Tron, okay? I know the government are liars. There are many conspiracies that got me thinking deep. Like the 1999 civil trial of Martin Luther King's assassination, where the US government was found guilty of conspiring his death. Why isn't this talked about more? Or, I know this sounds a little goofy, but that Sonic the Hedgehog meme where he talks about the many inconsistencies of the Las Vegas shooting, man, I feel like the FBI is gonna bust down my door every time I see that meme. I do mess with and somewhat believe a good amount of conspiracy theories to an extent. It's just that the most popular ones are stuff like Stanley Kubrick directed the moon landing. There's a lot of them that I do find interesting, but to be honest, most of the ones that I do find interesting, I can't really think of any jokes about them, so I'ma just end it. I talked about most of the ones I wanted to talk about, so I feel accomplished. And I also did my research for this vid. Like, I watched half of that 10-hour conspiracy iceberg vid, but most of the theories were very sciencey and I can't read. And I was also gonna make a whole section of the video talking about fan theories from TV shows and movies and how dumb they are, but that could be a video on its own, and if I did that, this video would have taken a million years to make. But yeah, conspiracy theories are out there. Mostly dumb ones, but they're still out there, so stay woke. Cheers to us and Shane Dawson for making this video possible. And in conclusion,
Alright, more Ozark, night. Alright, bet. Wait, tell me how Ozark is so far. Before you go, Kondo, be honest. Is Ozark fire?
as a kid, I did a lot of naughty things, like stay up to watch late night television, and on some of those nights when I'm laughing all gleefully at Peter Griffin's hilarious antics, the TV screen suddenly goes to black, and the screen has low pixelated white text on, while the most bone-chilling beeping sound pierces my ears. At this point, I get a little...
He's been binge watching it for the past like 3 nights. I think it's like 4 seasons if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me see. But yeah, Ozark is like 4 seasons, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's 4 seasons. That's peak fiction, man. Peak fiction, bro. Such a good show, bro. Also, they're like an hour long too. Also, chat, everybody say goodbye to Melly, bro. Play the video? Yeah, but I just looked at my email, bro. So Twitch said that they're willing to change my name. Finally. And they just told me that Melly is not available, bro.
A little scared and go under my covers because I don't understand what's going on. Is this part of the Family Guy episode? The screen and beeping would last about 30 seconds, but it felt like an eternity till it finally switches back to my regular scheduled program. But almost every time after that happens, I'm not in the mood to watch TV no more. I'm going to sleep. What I just had the misfortune of going through was the U.S. Emergency Alert System, a national public warning system that would warn people of emergency information like weather and such. But most of the times I ever saw it, they was just testing the system. They would play this almost every Tuesday night. I remember, and almost every time it was a test, ruining my night for no reason. But the worst nights would be when it wasn't a test, and they would play the interruption for a tornado warning or a severe thunderstorm. And during those interruptions, this shit would start talking back to you, loud as hell, announcing the warning using an Xbox mic. Those warnings would make me piss myself back then. I wasn't even listening to the words they were saying. As soon as I hear him talking, I instantly knew it was serious. My mind would go straight to the worst outcome, like, oh no, we're gonna get nuked. Oh no, it's gotta be Russia. I thought Putin was bluffing. God, please protect my house from the nuke. But not my school. It got to the point where I just turned off the TV every time it popped up because the alarm sounds of the broadcast alone make me think 9/11, the squeakquel, is about to happen. There's also Amber Alerts getting sent to our phones every time someone goes missing. Acting like when I see that alert, I'ma put on my Batman suit and instantly start looking for the lost person and interrogating everybody I find suspicious. I got better things to do. I got 4 o'clock at 4 o'clock, bro. I can't miss that. Nah, but people do need to for real look for the people that they send alerts for. I'm just a dickhead. Because like I said before, I automatically assume the worst case scenario. Because when I see a missing person report sent to my phone, my first thought is always, nah, they dead. Or they already on the human trafficking bus right now. They're on their way to their local billionaire or Minecraft YouTuber's house, bro.
Man,
it's over. It's a bad habit and I shouldn't think it. I know. And the sound of the alert is also very alarming. It's nothing scary, no. It just sounds like the IV of someone who just OD'd. And when I think of the Amber Alert and remembering the nightmare-inducing national broadcast alert, I start to wonder what the alerts sound like in the rest of the world. Are they as, less, or equally as annoying and scary as the one here? Let's peep this out. Let's start with the most advanced civilization in the world, North Korea, whose EAS alarm sounds like someone moving a table across the floor. Like, you hear this, right? This is supposed to be the emergency sound, yet if I heard this at night, I'ma just be thinking, who the f is playing Minecraft this loud at 2 a.m.? And listen to Poland's. Shit sounds like those weird flutes from that one SpongeBob episode, or when a Looney Tune character falls off a cliff. This supposed to keep me alert? And Germany's EAS? Like, this don't sound like an alarm system. Just add a Brazilian beat to it and now it turns into the dance song of the year. It's like these countries don't understand what an emergency alarm is supposed to sound like. It's not supposed to sound happy or silly. It's gotta be scary. Example, Saudi Arabia's 1991 alarm. Something that sounds so simple yet so alarming. Shit sounds like a 70s horror movie. Also, there's Lebanon's alarm, which when it goes off, it sounds like freaking aliens landed on Earth. I love it. And then there's Egypt's, which just sounds like the most nightmare-inducing shit a person can hear. Honestly, if I heard this in the middle of the night as a kid, I'd be thinking the fucking Decepticons are taking over the country. And I love it. This is what all emergency alarms should sound like. When you think of a national emergency, you gotta have an alarm to properly dictate how bad the situation is. Even if the situation isn't that bad, but it still garners an EAS broadcast, Like, it might rain tomorrow. I want to hear the most bone-chilling, bone-guzzling, horrifying alarm that the human mind could ever imagine. So horrifying that the people that heard it would think the rain that's falling down the sky will burn off their skin and give them cancer. And the only way for them to escape is to flee to the next continent. That's the kind of alarm I want for the countries. Not no calm, everything is sunshine and rainbows. No, like Japan's EAS alarm, like, what is this? This shit sounds like a ringtone. If I was living there and I heard that, I'd be like, oh, did I get a text message? Ah, shucks, it's just an EAS alarm. It's whatever, it's probably nothing. I'll just go on with my day and continue on my afternoon walk and what the hell is that? You see, that's why countries should have crazy loud, deafening alarm sounds no matter how bad the situation is. Cause the day there is a real emergency, the people will always be prepared and aware. Probably mass hysteria and freak out would happen, but we will all be ready for it. The US should have a national alarm less like Finland's guitar ballad and more like Zombia's "Get outta here" alarm. And that's reason 2099 you should vote for me for president. My first act of Congress, changing our EAS alarm system. I even created one myself. Hear it. It's gonna rain! It's gonna rain! Get inside! Get inside! I made that one myself. And the people of the US will always respectfully and accordingly act as follows upon hearing this EAS system. Second act, free gas station weed. Cause no nigga should ever be legally paying for that shit. America, we have a problem and I just fixed it. You're welcome. Because clearly nowadays it feels like our government is moving backwards.
Ew.
Oh wait, kicks have a. Yo, chat, kicks have a leaderboard. Why didn't y'all tell me? I know Micah's mad. They didn't add Micah's kicks. Ew, Jania's top 3? Oh. Oh, hell no. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. I like chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets in my big stomach. What you really wanna do like big ruckus?
Melly going bananas.
I like men. I like men. Yo, appreciate you, Jazzy J. Appreciate you, brother. My head is starting to hurt crazy. Melly? Melly? Janaya, what? What happened to Miss Melly? Oh, you're talking about Miss? I don't know. Like, there's no way you're fiending for Miss right now. Nah, you fiending. I need to go take meds or something. My head is killing me. Also, Janaya, there's a weekly. Janaya, you've probably seen it already, but you are number 3. You are a lifetime top. I ain't gonna lie, they need to change that junk. That junk says kickers. Nah, kickers is crazy. They need to change that immediately. Like, I can't have Janaya as number 3 of something. Number 3? I ain't gonna lie. Lemur, you need to take this thug away from the. Don't let this thug take number 2 from you. I'm just using the rest of the kicks I've had. You wasted all your kicks? Yo, Lemur, thank you for the full sends, bro. My eyes was closed. Go to bed. W give gallery. I'm slow. How are you slow?
Melly going bananas.
Suck on my junk. Hey, suck on my junk. 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 I guess it's missed bedtime. Bro, it's probably broken. My brain cells hurt. I just realized State Farm gifted Kai 14k subs. What the F? 14k gifted from State Farm as well. Ruh. Now lemur. I ain't do nothing. You were.
Ugh.